Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today I'm going to be recording a pretty short intro to my favorite character in Deadlock, Ivy. Ivy is a very versatile support character with a lot of builds you can build on her. You can build her spirit focused around her first ability, Kudzu Bomb, throwing those, getting big spirit damage. All of her abilities scale off of it, so you're going to be getting a lot of value anyway. You can build her with her gun. She's got a very fast fire rate, and she can deal a lot of damage if you build for her properly. Good farming potential with the right build as well. And you can build her very supportive, which is the way that I like building her, because it's sort of my playstyle. I love support style heroes. And yeah, I'm gonna be talking about that a little bit today. So Ivy, it's actually pretty cool. Her backstory: she was a normal gargoyle, and she was brought to life by some supernatural phenomenon, maybe as a part of the Maelstrom, which is what brought the supernatural to New York in the story of Deadlock. She was brought to life. She saw these two humans, a father and a daughter, being attacked by some sort of gangster or mobster, and she came to life and she defended those two people. And after that, they took her home. They fed her some, I think it's called mofongo, some culturally significant, I think it's Puerto Rican, I could be wrong on that, please don't quote me, some sort of dish, and she kind of felt like she had some sort of duty to protect these people who were being shaken down by basically a crime family, which existed in New York during this time in a very big way, as both as a part of Italian Harlem and Spanish Harlem, which is, Ivy mentions a lot in her dialogue, protecting Spanish Harlem. She's the hero of Spanish Harlem. And it's cool to have a character that, embodies the sort of like vigilante freedom fighter aesthetic, and especially one who looks like this. And I think it's really cool that Ivy's kit very much coincides with her story being about protection and support and, driving people out of a neighborhood. And her abilities very much fit that sort of mold. Her first ability, Kudzu Bomb. Let me lower my volume a little bit. This is all staying in the video. We're very professional. What is that audio? That is whatever. So you can throw this.
Throwing Kudzu!
Make a big plant garden there. He took some damage. Kudzu Bomb. It's got a 6.5 meter. I'm gonna assume that's radius. 4-second charge time. It has charges. It has 8 seconds on replenishing charges. It's 4-second duration, 8 seconds on replenishing charges, and a 32-second base cooldown. So yeah, this is kind of your bread and butter. You throw it, it does pulsing spirit damage, and it slows anyone that's in here by negative 35% move speed, which is a lot. That's. And the first upgrade is it goes up to 2 charges. Second upgrade is duration goes up to 6 seconds. The third upgrade is 8.6 meter radius and an additional 46 damage per second. So a fully upgraded Kudzu Bomb is like, look at how big this is.
I'm doing what I can.
It's going to be doing a lot more damage, and it stays here longer. It's probably gonna kill this guy. Yeah, so he died.
You don't belong here.
Kudzu Bomb is an ability with charges. So extra charge will increase its number of charges.
But my kid says all the mystics are buying.
Scales with spirit. More spirit means it'll deal more damage. It's got a 0.6 spirit scaling, which is, that's pretty high for an ability that has this many ticks of spirit damage. So you get a lot of value. Something like a mystic slow. It's going to further boost the slowing ability of this. And if you didn't know, in Deadlock you can kind of hover over an item and it'll tell you what it's going to do. This one doesn't directly affect the stats of something, so it doesn't tell you that, but as you can see, it increases bonus health, it gives you some sprint speed, and it's going to apply a debuff. It's applying a debuff, you gotta trust me. It applies a debuff, it basically slows them further.
You're not completing the ritual.
Yeah. Duration extender is going to, if you wanted to extend the duration, it goes up to 7.32 from 6. So if you wanted to last another second, you can buy duration extender, you can buy superior duration. It's actually not bad with some of your other abilities, like flying more. If you buy
Ah, you have deserving taste.
20 seconds of flight compared to 16, 4 more seconds of flight is not bad at all. But we're talking about this ability right now. Kudzu Bomb's great. It works with things like rapid recharge. Now it's got 4 charges,
Fell off the truck.
and you get an additional charge every 4 seconds. You buy compressed cooldown, and then you use. My brain stopped working. What am I doing? Superior cooldown, transcendent cooldown. 22 seconds. So you can go. Boop,
Tirando espina.
go boop, and then you can boop. Oh, I'm on. Hold on. Boop. It's a little longer.
Rapid growth.
But like basically, after you use all 4 of these, you're gonna have 1 in the chamber, so it's almost like you have 5. You basically at max Kudzu with rapid recharge and higher cooldowns, higher cooldown reduction, you basically have 5 Kudzus available to you, which is very good, because with even just an improved spirit, 152 damage per second, they stay in it the whole time. It's like 800 something damage. That's obviously probably not gonna happen very often, but it's still quite good. Second ability, actually hold on, let's talk about applications for this. This is very, very good in 2 different situations. Team fights and wave clear. Great in team fights if the enemy is grouped up, you know, there's a bunch in one area, you just go and
Conseguiré.
everyone in that area is taking some damage. They are slowed, so your team can more easily catch up to them, or they can approach them, or they can run away from them if they're up low. It's really, really good if you're chasing down an enemy. You kind of throw it in front of them, so either they have to dodge around it, meaning that they lost time if you're running in a straight line, or they have to go through it, meaning that they take damage, they get slowed. You apply other effects that your Kudzu can apply. You might have Mystic Vulnerability, you might have a Suppressor, Radiant Regeneration. I don't know if people buy that, I don't, but it's certainly there. Look, the possibilities. Oh, and if you buy Mystic Expansion,
Go out there and impose
maybe
your
even
will.
greater expansion, it gets friggin' huge. Look at how big that is. There's another option you have. It's enough that I highly suggest, honestly. It's very, very good.
Este será un día largo para ti.
What else is there? Yeah, that's kind of it with. Oh, and also for wave clear. So you know, let's go into the sandbox real quick. Thing with Kudzu Bomb. Let's just.
New York's about to get a lot more vegetation.
Here's your chance to shape your destiny.
You know, you put this down, it'll kill. Normally the troopers are a little more grouped up when they're like around here, you know. You can kind of wipe out waves of them very, very quickly with Kudzu Bomb, which means that Ivy makes for a really good split pusher. Ivy makes for a very good kind of, if you're just hanging around in base and you see like a lane being shoved, or like there's like a big group of minions, you can just go boop and then you can go to a different lane. And those will usually take care of the job, especially late in the game, so you can just go like help out a teammate mid or whatever. Which means that your macro, meaning the larger sort of map based gameplay, is going to be pretty good if you have an Ivy on your team, because Kudzu Bomb kind of solves a big problem, which is teammates not always, you know, paying attention to where the wave is, and if there's like even if teammates are paying attention, sometimes they just don't have time, you know, and you can just go and you can wipe out these minion waves. Very, very good ability. Good in team fights, good for wave clearing, great for solo split pushing. Your second ability is Watcher's Covenant. I'm just going to call it Tether because it's a shorter name. I don't want to say Watcher's Covenant every single time. This is a friend. When you click this, little vine appears and tethers you to. This vine gives you fire rate and bullet lifesteal. Pretty good. And the stats on those scale with spirit as well. So if you've got a Boundless Spirit, you get plus 47% fire rate, plus 34% bullet lifesteal. That's fantastic.
I'm with you.
That's really fast. This is 300 damage. with one clip, no, like a completely unupgraded clip. Let me sell these items. And then if you level it up once, fire rate goes up, level it up again. Oh, sorry, yes. Big deal with this. If you level it up, you can't level it up while you're attached. It has to not be in use if you're going to level it up. So don't always just like use this randomly if you know you're approaching a level up on your boons. So if you level it up again, while you're attached or while you have it active, you get increased movement speed. You can use it even when you're not bound to anybody. It'll only affect you, which means it's, even if you're not playing a very supportive playstyle, Watch Covenant is still great because like, there's a minion wave over there, but I'm over here. And this is so slow. You can click 2 and you're a lot faster, you know? Then your final upgrade on this, that's not the, I see it's active right now, you gotta wait. Final upgrade, if I were to spawn an Infernus here,
You're tethered.
double tether. Another thing that the tether does, along with granting the fire rate, the movement speed, and the bolt lifesteal, is it replicates healing. So if, oh, let me go to, here we go. It's over here. This guy, what's up, man? Can you punch me real quick? Thank you. You again. Thank you. Do one more time. Thank you. Okay, so now, if I buy a healing right, and I attach to my teammates, and I click the Z, and I click the Infernus, you see I also gain some of the healing because I am tethered. This is very good, especially because it grants bullet lifesteal at a base, so it replicates the bullet lifesteal. It's also very good with things like Rescue Beam is fantastic with, because you can share the Rescue Beam 3 ways, basically. You're already sharing it 2 ways by itself. It'll double the application for the person not being selected, and it'll spread it to a third person by 25%, which is just good. That's just, you know, that's great. Also very good with Healing Nova. If you're deathballing, you just click the button, you can heal 5 people, which is nuts. I don't buy Healing Nova a lot because I like the usefulness of this. I'll talk about that in a second. That's kind of all there is with Tether. It's you know, it's good with teammates. It's good by yourself too if you just need to go fast, if you just need to shoot fast. Next is Stoneform. Stoneform is another very cool ability.
I'm no good to anyone dead.
You kind of chilling. There's a person jumping on top of you.
They're not bringing me down.
Turn into a big gargoyle. Stoneform, you turn impervious. In a 6.5 meter radius, you slam down. Anyone caught in that takes some damage and is stunned. And you heal for 19% max. Well, I think it's 6% base, and then if you upgrade to the last tier, it is 19% total. Very, it's very good in a pinch. The healing, the stun effect is not too long, but long enough. At max level, it stuns for 1.25, which is enough time for a teammate to jump on top of them and piece them up real good. It's pretty good defensively. Someone is diving you.
Stoneform.
It's one of the best abilities to throw an Echo Shard on Ivy. If you're just getting constantly dove, you click 3, you click Echo, and then you click 3 again. It'll double stun you. Basically, I mean, look, it's like 5 seconds of basically stunning and invulnerability, which is not bad, especially late in the game when everyone's doing so much damage in a burst-like fashion. It's also pretty okay for movement. Like if you just need to get up somewhere and you're kind of out of jumps, it'll work in a pinch.
You can't hurt me.
Ooh, I didn't even look. Even that worked. So that's cool. Finally, we have your ultimate ability, which is Airdrop. Airdrop is really cool.
I'll carry my friends.
It's one of the best ults in the game, honestly. So when you click 4, you'll get a little range, radius, whatever you want to call it. And as you can see, I can pick up an ally. We're gonna do that in a second. If you're by yourself, the mode on this is you alt cast it. I have mine bound to middle mouse. So when you click this,
Need a lift?
there's a little channel time, and then you go into flight sim mode with a little bomb here. and you're kind of just flying around, you know, you're flying, get a little bomb. You can left click to drop the bomb. Anyone caught in the radius, like that guy, gets
I
knocked
got
up.
this.
At a base, they are knocked up and they get slowed and they take spirit damage. And you get a barrier. The spirit damage and the barrier both scale off of spirit, and they scale off of it a lot. The damage has a 2.3 times multiplier on spirit, and the barrier has a 1.4 times multiplier on spirit. Both ridiculous scaling metrics, in my opinion. They're very, very good. And the the radius is 18.4 to base. They get negative 30% move speed. The slow duration is 3 seconds. The bullet resist silent. Yeah. So on first upgrade, the enemy gets minus 20% enemy bullet resist for 8 seconds. That's really good. That's just at a baseline, quite strong. Great debuff. Second upgrade, plus 200 to the combat barrier, and a plus 5 meters of explode radius. Bigger radius, more barrier. You couldn't ask for more. The last one makes this one of the best ults in the game. It applies silence on enemies hit for plus 3 seconds. 3 seconds of silence is make or break in any team fight. If there's a big group of enemies, even if you're just hitting 1 or 2 enemies with strong abilities, it's so good. It basically makes a lot of the less gun-oriented characters useless in the middle of a team fight. It's got a pretty short cooldown, especially if you're buying things like Transcendent cooldown. If you're, I wouldn't buy Refresher on IV. None of your abilities are to the point where you should be refreshing them, but still, 100 seconds is nothing, especially late game. When you can have some items that'll lower the cooldown of this, it's quite good. The alt cast. So this is the bomb mode, which is good by itself. You drop those little knock up, silence, slow. Just quite nice. And a lot of abilities you click space to cancel normally. With the airdrop, you gotta click 4 again. But the alt cast with an enemy, with a friend here, you can pick up friends, and you can drop friends. This is very strong. Very, very, very strong. Especially if your teammate is not an Infernus. I mean, Infernus is fine, especially if they're ulting.
I got the gun, he's got the claws.
What if they're a Moen Crow and they have their ultimate available? And you grab
Let's go
them
for a ride.
and you throw them at an enemy. Not that far. Hold on. I will.
Hope you don't mind the
We'll do a
pickup.
good. Throw them at an enemy, and they're silenced. They're
going
slowed.
down without a
Maybe you
fight.
throw in a little stone form for good measure, and your Moen Crow jumps and ults them. Then you've gotten 3 seconds of silence, minus 30% move speed, bunch of damage. Your Moen Crow, the ally that you pick up, is also granted the barrier. And while they are in your, while you have them picked up like this, they can't act, but they get a 40% bullet resist barrier, which is also quite good. And you throw them at the enemy. It could be a Dynamo using their ultimate. It could be a Doorman with an ultimate available. It could just be a Billy who just wants to go beat the crap out of people with his baseball bat. It could be an Abrams that wants to go punch people. It could be a Jesus about all. A lot of abilities in Deadlock are obviously balanced by range, and being able to just throw those people into the middle of team fights is very, very strong. Another thing you can use this for is defensively. Ivy has a very good gun. We haven't talked about it a lot, but Ivy, if you this is Hidocker's gun build. It's very, very good.
I'll throw in a free
Let me
kick.
just buy some stuff. You shoot fast. You do a lot of that's a lot of damage, as you can see. So Ivy is a very good objective shredder. If you just want to be pushing, like you go up to a wave, you throw your kudzu
Doing what
at
I
it.
can.
Kudzu clears the way for you. You walk up to the tower. You shoot at it. You do big damage. You take towers. The downside of split pushing, which is people split push in MOBAs all the time. It's a big thing in League of Legends as well. It's kind of where there's like a big team fight on one side of the map. You're chilling with your gun. You just walking up as far from that fight as you can. You walk up to enemy objectives and you kill them very, very quickly with your gun. Pretty simple strat. It usually takes someone who can shred objectives and deal with big minion waves. Ivy is very good at clearing minion waves with Kudzu Bomb. Ivy is very good at killing turrets with her gun. Not turrets, like walkers and guardians. And because of that, while split pushing, if an enemy comes and counters you, you're usually very far pushed up so that you can be in the face of an objective and taking it. if during that time an enemy comes for you, you kind of have nothing to fall back on, unless you're Ivy, and you can do
Let's
this.
go for a ride.
You just leave. You drop this early so you get faster. You just, you know, you're weaving around buildings and stuff. You know, you're just dodging. You can dive. You can go up. You can, you know, you can fly down. You can fly up. It's very fast.
They think they're in control?
And this allows Ivy to be an excellent, excellent split pusher, especially late game. Another thing you can do with this is, oh no, my ally is being jumped by 3 people. So you, Ivy, you click your
Let me
2, you
help.
get your movement speed, you walk up,
I got you.
and you drag them out of danger. You throw them back into a guardian, and you know you have first of all, it's very good for morale. People don't talk about it enough in team games. If you get saved by a friend, you're like, oh my god, this person is great. We're gonna win this game. This person knows what's going on the map. They knew to save me. They use their abilities very well. Using your abilities in a competent, supportive manner can do so much for a team's mental. It's actually incredible. It's just one of those buffs that you can apply to your team without even needing anything gameplay-wise. The second thing about it is obviously your teammate doesn't die, enemy doesn't get souls. It does use your ultimate, which, you know, is it's a resource, so use it as a resource. Definitely worth saving an enemy, especially if this Moen Krill, who is a tanky boy, is distracting 3 people, and on the other side of the map, your 3 teammates are pushing an objective. If I walk up here
We need to move
and I
as
save
one.
my Moen Krill and I carry him back to base, those 3 people have done nothing. They have made me use 1 ability, compared to my team pushing 3 people versus 2 at an objective, or 3v3 at an objective, whatever. And this person is now safe. It's just a very, very useful ability, offensively, defensively, for solo type gameplay, for the team-based gameplay. Extremely strong. Yeah, that's Ivy's abilities are great. Ivy is one of the best characters in the game right now, in my opinion. If I had to put her like tier list, it's probably mid A tier. That's very, you know, arbitrary, but this is kind of where she falls. Let's talk about some items. Here, let me.
The anticipation. Oh, it's a
Al menos alguien me aprecia.
Yeah. Okay.
Everyone should get the chance to fly.
All right. Items.
I got one of those
Active reload is one of my
misses.
favorite items in the
Big
game. It's not like Deadlock doesn't have enough things for you to worry about. However, I like mini games. Active reload is my favorite mini game. I'm shooting. I run out of bullets. Mini game. I've won. I get rewarded. Second mini game won. I get more rewarded. Active reload is an item that gives you plus 20% max ammo. Great on Ivy. Ivy already has a pretty big clip. The more you stack your clip, the better it gets. That's not the best part. It has a passive that's up every 12 seconds. While you're reloading, you can press R during the highlighted portion, this little green thing, and that will instantly finish your reload, and it grants you fire rate, bullet life steal, and movement speed for 7 seconds. It's 25% fire rate, 18% bullet life steal, and +1 movement speed. The movement speed is kind of like, you know, it's a little irrelevant, but you can feel it, especially if you use it in conjunction with your
Now's
2.
our chance.
You can really feel it. And now you're just machine gunning. And the more you do it, the more you'll get used to it. And it's really good with Ivy. Ivy has a very large clip, so fire rate's great. Bullet life steal's great because Ivy does all. You're still kind of a squishy character. You don't do a lot of damage, so there's a lot of time in which you can take a lot of damage, if that makes sense. So it's always just nice to have some more sustain built in, especially because your base bullet life steal is very, very low. Yeah, and you don't need to worry about ammo because this just auto refills your thing. If you're in just like shooting, I have a new clip immediately. So it gives you more ammo, and it makes having less ammo less of a problem, if that makes sense. My actual favorite item, no matter what character I'm playing in this game, is Rescue
That's
Beam.
gonna help keep your blood on the inside.
First of all, I'm a support player. I play Ivy like a support. I carry my teammates out of danger. It's a good time.
Ready to fly?
Let's say I self-cast this. they're in the middle of a team fight. One of my teammates is getting their butt kicked. I have saved their life, and I've used my ultimate in an offensive way. 2 birds with 1 stone. It's Rescue Beam is one of, and also because you buy a lot of movement speed items, like Fleet Foot is great on Ivy. She used to have a built-in, no longer has a built-in. But if you hit your, active reload, and I have Fleet Foot, and I use my 2, and now, sorry, hold on, and now I can pull them really, really fast. Since you already want to build movement speed, because Ivy's roaming all the time, since she can give herself movement speed buffs, and because you can fly, Rescue Beam becomes
I got you.
one of the best items in the whole game for you. It's incredible how much value this item has. Plus 8% ability range is also very, very good. It gives you, sprint speed is really good because you want to be roaming, and ability range is great because your tether, your kudzu bomb, your stone form, and your ultimate all benefit greatly from having ability range increased. It's just a blanket good item with a lot of support application. Look, you can use it on yourself. It just heals you. I don't suggest that. If you're using it for that, Lord help you, your game is probably not going very well. You got to do what you got to do, obviously, but you'd much rather, you come this way, That's great. Obviously, there's a bunch of other great items. This is Highdocker's. I have a couple of kind of stuff that I go back and forth on. This is a pretty fun build. It's more support plus it's kind of schizophrenic in a couple of ways. Tesla bullets is quite good in just a lot of ways. It's one of Ivy's best farming tools. Healing booster is good if you're healing. Mystic expansion is good with kudzu. The bomber build is kind of the main spirit build that I like to go with. Compressed cooldown's good. Mystic vulnerability is great. Escalating exposure is really good on Ivy because her kudzu ticks like every other millisecond, and so the passive can apply as soon as it's up. This basically, the more spirit damage you deal, the more spirit damage you deal. It's just it gives you spirit resist. It's really good in late game situations. That's kind of all I want to talk about. I love Ivy. Ivy's very cool. Obviously, play her. Don't play her enough so that I won't have her more often, but give her a shot. I hope that this guide was able to help some people, and hope everyone has a really, really nice day and gets some extra wins because of all this information.